This video will take you through some scenarios as to why are duplicate enrollments created after the pre-enrollment process has been run. Example 1. This is Charlie. He is in 6th grade and is currently attending Howard Cattle. Howard Cattle has the next school set to 202 Magnolia. Because of Charlie's residence address, this is correct. Charlie also has a pre-enrolled record at Magnolia for the upcoming school year. Now, Charlie's parents have applied and accepted an intra-district transfer to Woodcrest. Woodcrest has pre-enrolled Charlie for the upcoming school year, notified Magnolia and Cattle that Charlie will be attending Woodcrest next year. Magnolia has updated the next school field to 205 Woodcrest, made a notation on student data 2 that the student has transferred to Woodcrest, and emailed information services to please remove the pre-enrolled record from Magnolia. Now, Cattle has updated the next school field to 205 Woodcrest. Why would Charlie have a duplicate enrollment at Woodcrest and Magnolia after the New Year rollover? Well, let's review. Howard Cattle has the next school set to 205 Woodcrest. Magnolia has the next school set to 205 Woodcrest. But Woodcrest forgot to update the next school field, and now Charlie will have an enrollment record at Magnolia and Woodcrest after the rollover. Example 2. Same scenario. Charlie is attending Cattle. He is pre-enrolled at Magnolia and has a transfer to Woodcrest. Woodcrest has pre-enrolled Charlie for the upcoming school year, notified Magnolia and Cattle that Charlie will be attending Woodcrest next year, and updated the next school field to 205. Magnolia has updated the next school field to 205 Woodcrest, made a notation on student data 2 that student has transferred to Woodcrest, emailed information services to please remove the pre-enrolled record from Magnolia. Howard Cattle has said, "Thanks, I will forward the CUME folder." Why would Charlie have a duplicate enrollment record at Woodcrest and Magnolia after the New Year rollover? Well, let's review. Magnolia has the next school set to Woodcrest. Woodcrest has the next school set to Woodcrest. But Cattle forgot to update the next school field, so now Charlie will have an enrollment record at Magnolia and Woodcrest after the rollover. Example 3. Same scenario. Charlie is attending Cattle, pre-enrolled at Magnolia, and has a transfer to Woodcrest. Magnolia has made a notation on student data 2 that student has transferred to Woodcrest, called the parent and reminded them they will need to register at Woodcrest. Woodcrest has notified Magnolia and Cattle that Charlie will be attending Woodcrest next year. They have pre-enrolled Charlie for the upcoming school year and updated the next school field to 205. Cattle has updated the next school field to 205 Woodcrest. Why would Charlie have a duplicate enrollment at Woodcrest and Magnolia after the New Year rollover? Well, let's review. Woodcrest has updated the next school field to Woodcrest. Howard Cattle has updated the next school field to Woodcrest. Oh, but Magnolia forgot to update the next school field, so now Charlie will have an enrollment record at Magnolia and Woodcrest after the rollover. Example 4. This is Phoebe. She is new to CVUSD and she lives in the Dixon attendance area. Dixon has pre-enrolled Phoebe for next year. Phoebe's dad has gone to Butterfield and said they now live in Chino Hills. Butterfield has pre-enrolled Phoebe. Why would Phoebe have a duplicate enrollment at Butterfield and Dixon after the New Year roll over. Well, let's review. Phoebe's dad enrolls her at Dixon. Dixon pre-enrolls Phoebe. Phoebe's dad enrolls her at Butterfield, and Butterfield pre-enrolls Phoebe. The parent nor Butterfield notified Dixon of the move. The result is a duplicate enrollment for Phoebe. Example 5. Let's say Phoebe's dad applied and she was accepted to Eagle Canyon on an intra-district transfer. So same scenario. Phoebe's dad enrolls her at Dixon. Dixon pre-enrolls Phoebe. Phoebe's dad enrolls her at Butterfield. Butterfield pre-enrolls Phoebe. Phoebe is accepted at Eagle Canyon. Eagle Canyon pre-enrolls Phoebe. Eagle Canyon notifies Butterfield of the transfer. Dixon is not aware of the transfer. This is going to create a duplicate enrollment for Dixon and Eagle Canyon, and possibly a third enrollment at Butterfield. How can we resolve possible duplicate enrollments before the rollover to the new school year? Well, our first step is always to utilize the district student lookup. From here, you can see that Phoebe is already pre-enrolled in school 309 and 306. If Phoebe is now going to be attending Eagle Canyon should make sure that school 309 and 316 are aware of the new transfer. With that being said, it's all about communication. You could look into your magic ball and you could hope that everybody would know what you're thinking, or you can make sure that you have emailed the sites and everybody is in the loop as to what needs to be done for that student. Thank you.